right. Greetings. Welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected. How y'all doing? Thanks for hanging out with me every day on these interwebs. We're live on YouTube, Rockfin, Callin, and on Twitter. Yeah. And y'all are great. So, let's get into it. Had a close call with YouTube yesterday, but luckily that all worked out. Yeah. What is going down? What goes up must come down. Spin a wheel. Got to go round. Remember that song? That was a jam. I love that song. All right. Hold on. Trying to get to my screen here. Trying to get to my screen. Okay. Steve Austin. Salvaging a livable climate won't succeed unless there's money to be made. He's reading the. This is the clearer headline. Billionaire Bridgewater founder Ray Dalio says private capital can only realistically finance climate solutions if the returns make sense. I think that's like. Isn't that the whole point of the IPCC and the COP28 and the all of the in the Davos and the World Economic Forum? What's up, Osama? It's a Friday. People are moving slow. I'm moving slow. Jeez. I'm moving real slow today. Having a hard time. Just had a hard time like just getting it together today. Oh yeah. All right, but people are filing in here. So yeah. Even clearer headline: the rich to the rest of the planet go F yourselves. Someone should explain to them that there's no wealth on a dead planet. I think, that's what people are. I think that's what, respectable business people think is going to, right? The way a lot of people think is like, well, if it's economically feasible, if the market's going to dictate that, we do the right thing. All right, we already got some people on Twitter liking up the thing. If you're on Twitter, you got to leave me like a manual comment or something. I don't know. And the phone lines are going to be open for Colin. Will be open for Colin for a couple of minutes, okay? For about 10 minutes. If you have a thought you want to give me on Colin. Anyways, I think that's what a lot of, the respectable folks, the business folks, think is going to save the planet. Is like economic drivers or demand, right? It's going to be a supply and demand issue. It's going to be cheaper to create the renewable energy, so that will create like a market that will outpace oil. Not so much as we've seen. Not so much. Right? And you know, the markets are controlled, of course. What was I reading the other day about a oh, Darlene, uh I started to watch it. Listen, I am so my schedule is so insane. Like I it's like I started to watch the video and then I had to do a bunch of other things. It looks really cool. My plan is when I'm done with this video is I'm going to sit down and watch because I wanted to give it my full attention. I didn't want to like start watching it and then just be kind of doing other things because it looked really, like something I wanted to like focus on. So I did start it. It looks really, really good. It looks so good that I want to sit down and like just watch it. But um, my other issue is that I am, also have to go to work right after this video. So, and I have to go real soon. So I don't necessarily, it's just time is a serious issue in my life right now. The Bears are back in town. Oh, I think that's the boys are back in town. I messed it up. No, the Bears are back in town. They're back in my town. I never even played you all that video. Remember that story about a bear showing up on a hiking trail? Real close to my house. A trail that I knew exactly where that bear was. What's up, people of Rockfin? People filing in on Rockfin. William Osama on Rockfin. What's up, people? I see people watching on Twitter. That's cool. That's cool. A couple of folks. Anyways, we have a lot of bears, hungry bears in our area, and they tend to come down. They've been coming down from the mountains a lot these days looking for food. So the bears are back in town. What was I saying? Yeah, that reset video. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. You know, what'd be kind of fun is if we did like a watch along. You guys want to do something like that? Like a watch along on Rockfin of the Beyond the Reset. We could just watch. It's like 20 minutes, so we could like watch it and kind of pause it every once in a while, and it would fill up like, probably take us about 40 or 50 minutes to watch the whole thing together. I think that'd be kind of fun. Why don't we do it? Yeah, let's plan on that. I don't know when yet. Maybe like Monday. Maybe Monday we'll do a watch along. Or maybe not Monday. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. Let me think. Actually, I should let you know now because I'm probably not going to do a show tomorrow. Let's do Sunday. Let's do a watch along on Sunday, okay? We'll watch that together. Sunday on Rockfin. Yeah, and Monday might be weird for me. Sunday on Rockfin. Let's do a watch along of this video. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. All right. Oh, so yeah. Anyways, the economy. The economists think that the economy is going to, iron everything out for us, right? The economy is going to tell us the right way to go because the economy always just does that. Am I right? but somebody the other day was saying like, well, if if renewables made sense economically, then we'd have a bunch of them already, and they'd be fully in use. I was like, wow, that is really uneducated, because there's actually a lot more control of the economy than people know about, right? Um, there's a lot more command and control in the economy, right? So in the beginning, and I said this the other day. In the beginning, when industrial civilization was, the beginning of the 19th century, when things were really starting to take off, and people were making cars and planes, and figuring out how to make a lot of them. Right in the beginning, there were electric options for all of those, and we had trains all over. We had electric trains already all over the streets. It's kind of amazing the things that we built, 120 years ago, and we can't even build, I don't know. Everything is just slapped together with everything is like particle board and um, and wood glue, and it's just everything is just so shoddily made. Anyways, we had electrified we had electric cars, we had cars that ran on vegetable oil, but mostly we had electric cars, we had electric trains. I probably wouldn't have had electric planes, but there were electric options for everything, and they killed all those options because they wanted to sell a lot of oil. So that there was a conspiracy to do that. It was a conspiracy, and the conspiracy was successful. So I don't think renewables are going to obviously work. But maybe renewables right now are a better option, or a cheaper option, or a more viable option. They still won't. It's still not going to take everything over. Why? Because everything runs on oil. And if you shut down the oil, you shut down the economy, and they know that. And so they must continue to pump the oil until there is nothing left. They must continue. They will not let it. They will not let that implode. And so that's why they're playing the game of like, oil is bad, but let's pump some more oil. Climate change is really bad, but man, we need some energy independence right now. Sama says they built an 8-story office building here with no steel. The support beams and columns are all micro lamed fast growth timber. Wow. 8 stories, huh? 8 stories. Okay. Wow. That's fairly amazing. Anyways, yeah. And so the economy. Well, we also know what we also know. These are the things we also know, is that the economy is what is causing the destruction of the planet. The economy is causing the collapse of the biosphere. And so if you insist that the economy still must continue to grow while trying to tackle climate change, it's kind of like it's trying to treat lung cancer while smoking. I insist that you keep on smoking these cigarettes, but we got to do something about this lung cancer. I don't think that's going to work. That seems kind of, it doesn't seem to make any sense. It's illogical. It is a paradox, Christian. Absolutely. Yeah. Global Solidarity says medicine was natural before petro, for sure. For sure. All right. Well, and these are the things that we're seeing happening because of these issues. Heavy floods on the street due to extreme rainfall in Asuncion of Paraguay. More floods. Severe Cyclone Jasper is a Category 4 hurricane with winds of 140 miles per hour heading towards Australia in the coming days. This is the earliest Cat 4 hurricane in this region for 18 years. More energy in the system will supercharge these systems in the coming decade. He goes on to say that Cyclone Jasper is the first tropical cyclone to form in December in Australian waters during an El Nino year. More records are being broken due to the new climate. Scott Andrews sent me this massive number of dead fish. This is December 2023. Massive number of dead fish washing up along the coast of northern Japan. What happened in October 2023? Japan Utility starts to release a second batch of treated radioactive water. Peter Dines, around 80% of the world's population are dependent on imported biocapacity to maintain current living standards. And that's the economy of the planet. That's exactly what I was just saying. The economy of the planet is importing and exporting all the, it's not, I mean, it is creating those things and consuming those things, but it's everything around it. Oh, we got to make this stuff. We got to send it to the factory to be processed. We got to send the processed material over, all the way over here, ship it over here to be put together. And then, we make the final product, then we ship it all the way over here for you to sell. Like, the entire economy of the planet is built on the oil that it takes to ship, to produce whatever it is, mine, grow, cut, produce, process, ship, etc. This is an interesting post. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, there was Event 201, a war drill that played out exactly how world governments should react to the release of a novel coronavirus. That did happen. Then in 2022, they ran a war drill called Catastrophic Contagion, which predicted the release of an unknown virus that kills 20% of the world's children, was 4 times more deadly than COVID-19, and will require a government police response. The catastrophic contagion propaganda looked just like this. I can't, listen, this is really weird because I can't play, there's no sound on this. And a bunch of other people were like, this is interesting because this is on Twitter. There's no sound on this. I tried to play it on different browsers and tried all these things. There's no audio. It's muted. Like, they won't let this be played on Twitter. That is a very interesting thing. Let me see if maybe I can play it here. Maybe it'll show it for me here. Who knows? If so, yeah, isn't this is crazy. They muted this video. They just muted this video. Nobody can listen to it. So unfortunately, we can't listen to it until I can figure out how to make it work. But it's a drill, a war drill. We know what happens with war drills, right? An unknown virus that kills 20% of the world's children, 4 times more deadly. That sounds scary. Or perfectly fine. Let's see. Chris Martinson. Watching this poor CNN lady struggle with profound cognitive dissonance is 100% worth your time. But you're saying something different from what I was told and have been repeating for 3 years. So Vivek Ramaswamy, there's a lot of attention being placed on what Vivek Ramaswamy said at the Republican debates, calling out Nikki Haley. It kind of in a comic way. Did anybody see that? I don't know if it's necessary for me to play that, but because so many people played it already. He said, "I bet you can't name 3 provinces in Ukraine," and she was like, kind of grinning, like, "Well, I probably can't." Anyways, he's calling out January 6th. Maybe I'll play this on Rockfin. I don't know. But here's a weird thing. He's talking about entrapment. He's saying there are a bunch of federal agents in the crowd on January 6th. And that they were basically, provoking people or encouraging people to go in, and that's entrapment. And he's likening it to the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot, which was also they found to be entrapment. Here's entrapment for you. This is on a major news network, and this is on Twitter, and this is a person who's running for office. So this is news that's just out there. But I feel like I'm a little nervous about playing this on YouTube because YouTube might not like this video. Isn't that, and that I find to be just confusing as all get out, right? It's like, anything else, right? People have been demonetized and kicked off of YouTube and other platforms for basically just repeating a news story, or reading data, right? Dr. John Campbell, reading data from a study that's published. He's just reporting the news. That's out there for everybody to see, but we don't want you to see it, so we're going to say that is, not acceptable. Right? What kind of world are we living in? So maybe I might play this on Rockfin. I don't know. It's just weird. This is a CNN clip, but I don't know if I even want to play it. Even though this is played on national TV. The UN Secretary General invoked Article 99 to push for a Gaza ceasefire. This is pretty big news. Did y'all hear about this? And gritty is the way. Where have we seen such concentrated camping before? Israel is squeezing 1.8 million Palestinians into an airport-sized area. Israel has declared an area smaller than Heathrow Airport as a safe space for Gaza's displaced people to move to. Yeah, maybe they'll bomb it. I wouldn't be surprised if they bombed it. If they moved everybody into this airport-sized space, declared it a safe space, and said, "Oh, oopsie, we dropped a bomb on it." that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, or wouldn't be, outside of their actions already, the things that they've already done. Let's go back to this. Article 99, with an intensifying Israeli offensive and escalating civilian casualties, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres invoked a rarely exercised power this week to warn the Security Council of an impending humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. He urged members to demand an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. Guterres invoked Article 99 of the UN Charter, last used over a half century ago, which says the Secretary General may inform the Council of matters he believes threaten international peace and security. Here, Edith Lederer, a longtime chief UN correspondent for the Associated Press, breaks down what this could mean. It's a provision in the United Nations Charter, states the Secretary General, the UN's top diplomat, may bring to the attention of the Security Council any matter which, in his opinion, may threaten the maintenance of international peace and security. This gives an important additional power to the Secretary General, since the real power at the UN is held by its 193 member nations, and especially the 15 countries that serve on the Security Council. Article 99 is extremely rarely used. The last time it was invoked was during fighting in 1971 that led to the creation of Bangladesh and its separation from Pakistan. Guterres invoked Article 99 because he sees the situation in Gaza at risk of a complete collapse of the territory's humanitarian system and civil order. It was something he felt needed to be done. How likely is this to have an effect, given the U.S. veto power? Arab and Islamic nations followed up on Guterres' letter immediately. The United Arab Emirates, the Arab representative on the Security Council, circulated a short resolution to the Security Council members late Wednesday calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. They plan to put that resolution to a vote at the Security Council meeting on Friday morning. The United States, which is Israel's closest ally and has veto power on resolutions, has not supported a ceasefire. On Tuesday, U.S. Deputy Ambassador Robert Wood said that the role of the Security Council in the Israel-Gaza war is not to get in the way of important diplomacy that's taking place. And he said that the Security Council resolution at this time would not be useful. That could signal a likely veto, but the U.S. has not said either way. In that case, why invoke it? Because Guterres believes the humanitarian system and the humanitarian operations in Gaza are collapsing. He also warns in his letter that in the current situation, amid constant bombardment by the Israeli Defense Forces and without shelter or essentials to survive, I expect public order to completely break down soon to the desperate conditions rendering even limited humanitarian assistance impossible. And I've heard elsewhere that they're saying that this could actually force the U.S. into a position of joining in and demanding a ceasefire. Whatever the case, the U.S. has pretty much lost all credibility, and if whatever they had before this incident has now been shredded and blown to the wind, and the U.S. is now held in high disdain, I think, globally. And I don't think anybody believes their shit anymore. And Biden is an absolute joke. The Biden administration is an absolute joke. As if the Trump administration could not be topped. The Biden administration came along and topped it with its as a cacistocracy, I guess. Just absolute corrupt to the core. Absolute corruption to the core. And did you see? Did you also see that Hunter Biden was indicted? Fresh indictments for Hunter Biden. Well, we'll see. We'll see where the U.S. comes down on this Article 99, or if they just come down. Let's see. Let's look at Hunter Biden for a second. Sure. Everybody in here. All right, people coming in. Cool. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, you can't comment in the chat on Twitter if you're not verified. But you could just comment, old school comment down below if you want. If you're watching on Twitter, just leave me an old, just click on the comment box and just go choop choop choop, and I'll I'll check you out. But or just watch. It's all good. No action necessary. What was I doing? I was doing this. Jeez, Yahoo News just coming out full. Again, the Biden administration just looking just like an absolute joke. Hunter Biden's missing millions. How President's son blew cash on drugs, escorts, while skipping taxes. This is from today. Skipping taxes. All the indictments are tax indictments now. On Thursday, Hunter Biden was hit with 9 tax charges in California, taking his slate of pending criminal counts up to 12 and adding further fire to the roaring scandal swirling around the first son. In the indictment, which follows an investigation by special counsel and Donald Trump appointee David Weiss, Hunter Biden is accused of engaging in a 4-year scheme to not pay at least $1.4 million in self-assessed federal taxes he owed for tax years 2016 through 2019. From in or about January 2017 through in or about October 15th, 2020, and to evade the assessment of taxes for tax year 2018 when he filed a false return in or about February 2020. Whoa. The 9 charges include 2 counts of filing a false return, 1 count of tax evasion, 4 counts of failing to pay taxes, and 2 counts of failure to file taxes. He is facing up to 17 years in prison if convicted. As well as detailing the taxes Hunter Biden allegedly avoided paying, the indictment also lays out in excruciating detail the president's son's alleged flamboyant and highly embarrassing spending habits. He allegedly chose to skip out on payments to instead blow millions on a lavish lifestyle of drugs, escorts, and girlfriends, including $27,000 in payments to a porn website. That's a lot of porn. Jesus Christ. $27,000 in porn? Okay. Get busy, y'all. Get busy. Oh, yeah. So there's that. So that's quite a thing, right? It's quite a thing. And randomly, you know, he served on a board of a Ukrainian industrial conglomerate, Burisma. You know, we all know this. That's what I thought, Extra Bulla. I was like, you got to pay for porn? Thought that was free. Anyways. Anyways, yeah, he made a whole lot of money working deals and stuff. Um, and just didn't pay any taxes on it, which is he should have checked out. What's that guy's name? Billy Joe. I can't remember his last name. Billy Joe. I was going to call him Billy Joe Bing Bong. That's wrong. The guy in L.A. that'll tell you how to stop paying taxes. There's a guy in L.A. that'll. Jeez, I have his site somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, he'll take you through the process and tell you how to become a sovereign entity and not pay taxes anymore. It's a real thing. You can actually do it if you want to. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. Let's see. See if I can find it. No. What was his name? Billy Joe something. Bobby Joe. I don't know. I'm not going to find it right now. Booby Joe. Booby Joe. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, I know I have it somewhere. Anyways. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. His name is. What's his name? It's just a bunch of cursing and whatnot, so I don't really want to. Anyways, this guy, I think he has. What the heck is his name? You can look him up. He'll tell you how to set yourself up and not pay taxes anymore. Somewhere in here. I can't find his actual name. His website is One Stupid F, and I'm shortening it. It's not F. It's One Stupid F. .com. So there you go. If you want to find him. Right. Well, that was a sideways. That was a sideways little alleyway we went down. Anyways. Do we need to I don't know if I'm going to be able to see if we can read this. They're going to allow me to read this. Let's see. Billionaire Bridgewater founder Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio says private capital can only realistically finance climate solutions if the returns make sense. Otherwise, we're not doing it. Otherwise, we're not doing it. After a particularly bad year for green investing, the founder of the world's biggest hedge fund firm has just set the record straight. Ray Dalio, the billionaire founder of Bridgewater Associates, Blackwater, Bridgewater, BlackRock, Blackstone, Sweetwater. These guys can't come up with any, they just put the same words in a blender and they're like, that's our name. Right? We need black, rock, stone, or any, same words and all, and a thesaurus. Water, same words. Just mix them around and you'll have a name. The billionaire founder of Bridgewater Associates reminded delegates at the COP28 Climate Summit in Dubai that private capital can only realistically get involved in financing climate solutions if the returns make sense. You have to make it profitable, he said in Dubai. Is it getting any more? Can it get any more ridiculous, this COP28? It's a mantra that's reverberating across the sprawling, sun-filled campus at which this year's Conference of the Parties is being held, with representatives from Wall Street, including J.P. Morgan Chase and Bank of America Corporation, all underlining the point. It's part of a wider pivot in the messaging from the finance industry. 2 years ago at the COP26 summit in Scotland, the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero unveiled commitments it said represented $130 trillion in financial assets. Hailed at the time as a watershed moment, bankers at this year's COP have been at pains to attach conditions to such headline figures. You need availability of projects. There may be $130 trillion or more of capital, but it is return-seeking capital. So you need bankable investments that actually provide appropriate risk and return. So there you go. We have the president of COP saying that there's no science behind the ending of burning fossil fuels. You have, a bunch of bankers at COP28 saying, well, we need some return on our investments. Otherwise, no deal. Ramaswamy Veeran Kavil, that's a different Ramaswamy, J.P. Morgan's global head of corporate advisory and sustainable solutions, said in an interview in Dubai, that's what we're all looking for. A little return on our investment. That's what we're all looking for, bros. As it becomes increasingly clear that private capital will need to be deployed in a big way to help fight the fallout of the climate crisis, bankers and investment managers are using the COP28 summit to draw some red lines. Shriti Vadera, chair of Prudential PLC, said no one should expect private capital to fill a political or policy void without the right incentives. Let's be clear, she said during a COP28 panel. The private sector only does things that are commercial and create a commercial return. They are to preserve the capital of their customers, savers, pensioners, and depositors. Yep. So, I guess everybody's jumping ship on the whole we care about climate change thing. Is that what's happening? Yeah. Everybody's decided to kind of let it go. Everybody's like, yeah. I think I think we're in full on, like, grab everything you can grab till the very end phase of while there's still something to grab phase of history. I guess this is the official civilizational meltdown phase when people are just like, yeah, I think we should just have a party. Let's just have a big party. We'll call it Conference of the Parties. And it'll be fun. 70,000 people partying. Well, it'll be fun. It's in Dubai. Dubai is awesome. Yeah. It's like that. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Yeah, you know. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. I don't know what we gonna do. All right. I don't know if I was gonna play this Vivek clip or not. I'm a little skittish to play it on YouTube. I am. Here's ways you can support the show. Zelle. You can Zelle me at kevinsamblum at protonmail.com. You can PayPal me, paypal.me/Kevin Samblum. You can Venmo me, Venmo at Kevin Samblum. You can Cash App me at Red Llama Music. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/BlackBearNews. Your support is greatly appreciated, as I am trying to balance doing the show on the daily with all the things in life, paying the bills and whatnot, and other ventures. Ventures like living, I'm in a couple of ventures. Most of them involve eating food, continuing to eat food. You know what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are involved in those kinds of things. I've heard of such things. Staying alive until the next week. All right. Let's see. Hold, please, people. Hold, please. All right. What do we do? What do we do about this Vivek? All right, we're going to go to Rockfin for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If somebody wants to call in, got about 10 minutes to do so. We're going to go to Rockfin. We're going to jump off of YouTube. I'm going to play this Vivek clip, and then we'll wrap it for the day. And then I'll see you on Sunday for a watch-along. A watch-along of Beyond the Great Reset. I think that's the title. Yes. Oh, Beyond the Reset. It's going to be kind of cool. Never done a watch-along before. Maybe if somebody wants to join me on a watch-along, Osama, if you want to join me, that might be cool. I'll get you in the StreamYard. All right. YouTubers, peace.